changed the melody. It's a different melody for the new month, and you're still not singing. I don't know what I can do with all of you. I give up. That was an easier one, and you didn't have to bim-bomb. But I'm going to tell you, if I do a la-la one, it doesn't make your lips tingle as much as the bimmy-bommy ones do. So before we start, I had to say something. The wall that we created here, what kind of wall are we trying to make? What does it remind you of? Which one? He said the Western Wall. I love that that's what he said. That was the answer I was looking for, but I was hoping somebody was going to say that other wall. Prayer wall's a good one. What else did you call it? We used to call it the Wailing Wall. So do you know what the difference between the Wailing Wall and the Western Wall is? One has big fish. It's for whaling. That was a big fish story right there. That's a good one. I'm glad Big Fish Mitch is here. I got a new name for you. Do you know another reason that there's a difference between the Wailing Wall and the Western Wall? I didn't hear you. What did you say? You have an answer? Shirley. I heard Shirley had an answer. No? So it was a day. It was a day in 1967. Before we had access to the wall, it was called the Wailing Wall. We cried about not having access. And as soon as we got access to the wall, we started to call it the Western Wall. At least that's what I was taught. It was always called the Kotel, which means wall. But it means an outer wall. It's not like that wall I would call a kir, but that wall I would call a kotel. It was that big, substantial wall. But the difference was that one day, that day when, during the Six-Day War in 1967, when we broke through and we got access to Jerusalem, to the part of Jerusalem that had the Western Wall. And the soldiers who got there, those young guys cried and prayed, and it was a beautiful, powerful, unbelievable moment. And most of us remember how powerful that was. This weekend on Sunday, in all of the world, but obviously especially in Yerushalayim in Jerusalem, we celebrate what's called Jerusalem Day, when we remember that moment. I think a few years ago they celebrated the 3,000th birthday of Jerusalem. It has always been our home. It is our heart. It is the heart of our soul. And I think it's part of why we have made that be a focal point for us as part of our worship service. Also because that's east. And so at least if we're facing the wall, we feel like we're facing the right direction. We're not. We are. We'd like to say there's less traffic when you face this way. If everybody else is facing east, then all the traffic is going that way. But we're going to face this way, and our prayers are going to get there just as fast, but we're facing the other way. But because it's also June, we're going to be starting a new tradition. We're going to keep the tradition about breathing because it's been a long week. Do you remember how long this week was? Monday, we had a really nice group show up for the memorial services at the cemeteries. We did a service at 3 different cemeteries, and I was very happy about seeing that there was a number of people. I figured there was going to be like 3 or 4 people, but we had a number of people, and we had people from both congregations at every single cemetery. And it wasn't necessarily the same people, but we had some people made it to all 3, some people only made it to 1, but we had a really nice showing at all 3 cemeteries. We did a slightly different service at each of the 3. The cantor and I cooperated. He played taps at the first one. He sang El Malei Rachamim very beautifully at all of them, and we did a different kind of reading to remember those who died. And I was corrected a few times this week that apparently Memorial Day is specifically supposed to be only remembering those who died during serving, while they were serving. And I included those who had served but died long after. So that was out of trying to still honor and respect those who served. And that apparently is supposed to be reserved for Veterans Day. But I'm going to need your help again. I had some of you sit down with me and talk to me about who all of the veterans were who were buried in the cemetery, but that wasn't specifically those who were buried there, because I don't know who was buried there. I was told, well, check the dates. When you see that the date is during wartime, the good chance is going to be that they died serving. And I said, do you remember who you were talking to? What does that mean, check the dates? Anyway, I'll get better. I'll check the dates, but I would use some help. But I meant no disrespect. I meant only respect, trying to not miss anybody. But it was still very powerful. So if that's when our week started with Memorial Day last week, I need us to take a deep breath. Let it out. And try again. And let it out slowly. Now, today is also the beginning of the We Have No Specified Blessers. So do I have anyone who wants to volunteer to do a candle and a wine blessing? No? Good. Then we all get to do it together. What? No. Oop, I forgot that. All right. So we are going to do, because we have birthday blessings to do today, we're doing service 3. That's right, page 82. And I invite you all to please rise and do the blessings with me. This is home. Now, sometimes at home, just mom does it, and sometimes at home, just dad does it, and sometimes at home, I hope it's not just the kids do it. I hope we all do it together, but we're going to all do it together. So we read together on page 82. These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past, and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. Take a look at those flames. Are they going to inspire you? All right, so now we're going to cover our eyes and we're going to sing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And then a miracle occurs. You open your eyes, and now those flickering flames are Shabbat candles. They weren't before. Since nobody volunteered, I get to do what's on page 165. You may want to turn to 166 if you need the translation, but I'm going to chant it in Hebrew because nobody else volunteered. This is an adorable amount of grape juice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila le'mikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshcha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. It's all gone. That was it. That was only a little bit. All right, uncertain steps. These uncertain steps remind us of that I left my thing over there. You may be seated if you say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with and someone you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom back there. Thank you. We're going to continue singing. We're going to page 84, and we're going to continue singing. We're going to welcome the angels that we welcome that accompany us on Shabbat. That's one of the angels.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלוכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלוכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
There are angels here now. The synagogue is the sanctuary of Israel. Born of our longing for the living God, it has been to Israel throughout our wanderings a visible token of the presence of God in our people's midst. Its beauty is the beauty of holiness. Steadfast it has stood as the champion of justice, mercy, and peace. Its truths are true for all people. Its love is a love for all people. Its God is the God of all people.
As it has been said,
My house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. Let all the family of Israel, all who hunger for righteousness, all who seek the eternal, find God here, and here find life. Yitgadal v'yitkadosh shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh.
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי בכל בית ישראל בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך דקודשה בריחו לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירון בעלמה ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, yet you are farther than the farthermost star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make my goodness pass before you." Even so does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the joys and sorrows of life.
When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when to the last full measure of selfless devotion we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we through righteousness behold your presence.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Why don't you tell me what that was in English?
You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God.
All right, we're going to try this again. This side is going to take the first part, and this side is going to take the other part. You could take that part. It was really hard last week. I had to do it all by myself. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else.
We are Israel. Our prophets proclaimed an exalted vision for the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you, God our Redeemer, as did our ancestors on the shores of the Red Sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef ele, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh.
That was a Debbie Friedman melody. I'm trying to spice up your summer a little. At the end of that, we say, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael, we praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. And we turn to page 92. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, and bless us with rest. And let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment and rest. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu va'al kol amo Yisrael va'al Yerushalayim. We give thanks for the night and its rest and the promise of peace for all the world and Jerusalem.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השבת את הארץ והיום השביעי שבת
The last two words are, he rested and was refreshed. And those are the words that are supposed to cue us not to sit down, but to stand up. It's not fair. Every time we say vayinafash, I feel like, and then we stand up for the tefillah on page 93. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanara, El Elyon, Gomer Hasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh Hakol, Ve'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geulah Le'vnei Bneihem, Le'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. God of all generations, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Your wondrous creative power fills heaven and earth.
God of life and death, be praised. Through us, send help to the falling, healing to the sick, freedom to the captive. Confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust.
Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth, we hallow your name. As it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy.
God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us through Sabbath rest to explore and learn and impart the meanings of your Torah.
Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days. God who answers prayer, be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God. Source of life and its wonders, be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness, you are compassion. We give thanks to you forever. Please read this prayer of peace with me in English. God of peace, of justice, and of love, be praised. Inspire us to banish forever hatred, war, and bloodshed. Help us to establish forever one human family united in peace. God of peace, bless us with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. טסים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם.
Take a moment now for silent prayer.
Shalom, shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael,
A lot of what we're going to do today has to do with counting. We are counting birthdays and anniversaries. We're counting blessings and curses, believe it or not, in the Torah portion. You don't want to go there until tomorrow morning. That'll be my commercial, because the curses outweigh the blessings, and I hate when that happens. But we're also counting the Omer. So where are we today in our Omer? 42 days and 6 weeks. That's good. Everybody's good. That starts when we started Shabbat already, so it kind of sort of starts with us starting Shabbat. It's supposed to start tonight around sundown-ish. So you can do it again when you get home if you want. But we're counting 42 days. That's 6 weeks. Those are the numbers you need to know. Remember those days, numbers. 42 days, 6 weeks. The blessing that we say is a lot like the blessing that we say for lighting the candles or the kiddush, which is that we're fulfilling a commandment. So it starts off with the words, we praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe. You made us holy by giving us commandments, and you commanded us, and in this case, it's about counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. Hayom shnayim u've'arba'im yom shehem shisha shavuot. Today is 42 days, which are 6 weeks of the Omer. Yay, another mitzvah. I like this mitzvah. This is a good one. We're counting up, and it's really exciting, and we're getting really close now, because we only have to get to 7 weeks. That means by next week, bam, we're there. But at this point, speaking of bam, we're there, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating, and we turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books. At this time, good. We say together, O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain.
We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care.
May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. I'm really glad that we always have more people coming off that list because they are getting stronger than the ones that come off the list for other reasons. I'm really glad that God has put that healing power in us all. We also add, Mishaberach avotenu ve'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they have been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. We have one guy away and two that are about to leave, and our prayers are strong for everybody to return home safely, and we appreciate the work they're doing. All right, so I talked about counting a moment ago. So what's the ideal age that you're supposed to live to be in Egypt? 110. Ooh, he's good. 110. So the pharaohs got 110. Yeah, where does that come from? The pharaohs got to be 110, and that was supposed to be a good number. And Joseph got to be 110, and that was supposed to show that it was a good number. But what is it that we say in Jewish tradition that we hope you live to be 120? We hope you get to be 120. Why? Who gets to be 120? Moses. Moses was 120, and he was still healthy. His eyes weren't, dimmed, and he was still, the wording was moist, whatever that means. He was still moist. He wasn't wrinkly, and he still had all his moist powers. So 120 is supposed to be kind of a goal age, at least in Jewish tradition, except for the Yiddish expression that says you should live to be 120 in a day, because it's not like I'm trying to make you die all of a sudden. You hit 120, that's not what we're looking for. But 120 is the goal. How many people in this room are looking forward to living to be 120? Yeah, not very many. And there's a reason for it, because these days, living to be 120 includes your body deteriorating until you get to 120. It starts when you're born, and it just keeps deteriorating your whole life long. But it turns out that more and more people are living to be over 100. According to a research that I have here, approximately 71% more people are living to be over 100. That's a lot. And there's now, and I don't know if you saw the research, there is now going to be, potentially, an anti-aging drug, they're calling it. And if you believe that, I've got this potion, no. We've seen that happen a lot. We've heard an awful lot about the kind of fountain of youth kinds of potions. But they have done a lot of research on this, and they are basing this on some observations that they made. There's a medication that they were using to treat diabetes. And it turns out that not only did it make the people with diabetes feel better, but the people with diabetes were living 8 years longer than the control group that didn't have diabetes. And how did that happen? Well, they found out that this medicine is a way of giving more oxygen to the blood itself, that it turns out that what ages us is not just time. And what makes us sick, like cancer, Alzheimer's, all of these things, is not just aging. But apparently, we all have the potential. As a matter of fact, there was this lovely quote that they had in something that I read. It says, aging is not an inevitable part of life. Really. Because all cells contain a DNA blueprint which could keep a body functioning correctly forever. As a matter of fact, they've already discovered, I don't know if you saw last week, they had this giant sponge. Did you see the biggest sponge they've ever discovered? It looked like a giant sponge. But some marine creatures do not age at all. They think that it might have been tens of thousands of years old, this sponge. It says, however, over our lifetime, billions of cell divisions occur to keep our bodies functioning correctly. But the more times that cells divide, the more errors creep into the process. As cell problems grow, the body no longer repairs the damage. In the case of cancer, for example, cells no longer have the ability to get rid of the mutations. Tumors grow. In Alzheimer's, the brain stops clearing out sticky plaques and dementia develops. So they're trying to increase the number of oxygen molecules that get released into a cell, which seems to boost robustness and longevity. So I want to tell you what they found. This is the things that they find and the way they think that they've come up with conclusions. Belgian researchers tested this medication on the tiny round worm called C. elegans. The worms that they tested it with, and do we mind that they test things on worms? Not so very much. But it turns out that the worms not only aged slower, but they also stayed healthier longer. They didn't slow down, and they didn't develop wrinkles. Mice treated with the medication increased their lifespan by nearly 40%, and their bones were stronger. Last year, they found that when patients, I gave you that part already. So the point is, and I don't have to go into all of the details, we could very soon live to be 120, and it may not be hard. But the good thing is, not only would we be living to 120, but we would be healthier longer. We won't be like many people are these days. Not everybody. Some of us get to be older and stay young and healthy. But some of us, the more we age, the more the back hurts and your knee hurts and you can't see as well. But apparently they're talking about the potential of turning this into a vaccine that they give kids that will help their cells never have those problems. There's another research that was done, though, that said that 120 will probably be the maximum life. But there's competing research that says, nope, we could probably go 4 or 5 times that. So if you look in the Bible and you see that people were living to be 500 to 900 years old, it may not be impossible. It may just be that when their cells were dividing, it was not causing as many problems as our cells are causing. So think about the possibilities. I'm just saying. And apparently, they're starting a trial this winter in America. And they were looking for 7,000 people who are willing to try this. I just wonder 3,000 people? You think that they could find 3,000 people willing to try getting older, more younger? I think so. So in Jewish tradition, we have other ways of coming up with this anti-aging methods. In the Torah portion that we read this week, that's the last one in Leviticus, God tells us that if you keep my laws, then good things are going to happen to you, and you will live longer, and your food will be healthier, and your cattle will be healthier, and your rains will be better rains. And if you don't keep my laws, twice as many bad things as good things are going to happen to you. So I suggest that we keep keeping those laws. I'm looking at a whole bunch of keepers here. And then that's one way to stay young. Tell us how to stay young. What are we doing at B'nai Zion this week, please, Mr. President? All you have to do is hang out at B'nai Zion and you stay young at heart.
I think the most important thing I learned is if I live to 110, I'm middle-aged right now.
That's right.
So, Shabbat Shalom, Mazel Tov to those celebrating birthdays and anniversaries in June. We will have taught Shabbat services tomorrow morning from 9 to 9:30. Next Friday, we will be celebrating Shavuot and commemorating the Yitzchor Memorial Service during Shabbat evening services, Friday, June 10th at 6 p.m. We will watch the movie Exodus Decoded in honor of Shavuot next Saturday, June 11th at 6. We will serve pizza and drinks, and please contact us to let us know you are coming. The movie shows possible explanations about the plagues and a theory about which mountain is Mount Sinai. The summer hours for the office are 9 to noon. If you need to do business or make appointments beyond the times of the summer office hours, please let us know and we can try to make special arrangements for you. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for pulpit flowers in memory of Shirley Mirov Eltis by Lionel Eltis and family, Mary Joseph Golder by Kathy Plant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend.
We need 4 strong holders who don't have birthdays or anniversaries in June, and we need everybody who does have birthdays or anniversaries in June. Please come up. We know who you are. We know who you are. We also know who everybody was who didn't come. Ha! More cake for us. Wah, ha, ha. I forget which way these books go. God of days and years, author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of our friends. Be with them always as the joy of their life. May they be blessed with health and happiness and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing, and we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu, vekiyamanu, vehigianu, lazman hazeh. We thank you, God, you gave us life, you sustained us, and you brought us to this wonderful moment. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, and anniversary. Nice one in June. Nice. Mitch and Molly, would you help us by opening the ark? You have been released of your duties. You can put your chuppah up. You want to come up? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We turn to page 148 for the Aleinu. When the ark is open, we start singing. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And on the facing page we sing, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. When the ark is closed, you may be seated. Thank you. Happy anniversaries, happy birthday, and thanks. We continue on page 151. And although I'm grateful again to announce that we had no new military deaths, we had no new firefighter deaths, one of our police officers succumbed this week. Deputy Sheriff Michael Winters was thrown from his horse while on special detail at the Memorial Day Parade in Quincy, Michigan. He was 39 years old. We continue on page 153. Life is finite. I didn't say the thing on 151. I have to say that thing. Sorry. I like this thing. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. I wanted to do on page 153. Life is finite. Like a candle, it burns, it glows, it's radiant with warmth and beauty. Then it fades. Its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down in gutters. There's an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us recently. In the past month, we lost B. Blumberg. And we remember those who are parents of our congregation who died this year. We remember Mimi Hussey, Dr. Sidney Solomon Slutsky, Dr. Donald Rosen, Morris Sommer, Dr. Lowry Vasca, Yvette Bell Sommer, Val Gold, Ann Avinsky, Rhoda Gold, and Ira Katz. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing yortzites this week include Mortimer Cohen, Shirley Murov Eltis, I.H. Ginsberg, Mary Joseph Golder, H. Lewis Helperin, Zena Hyman, Abe Katz, Jacob Katzenstein, Philip Ben Lieber, Louis A. Moss, A. M. Rosen, Fanny Katz Rosenfield, Milton I. Rosenzweig, Mamie Selber, and Archie Simon. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154, and the translation is on 155. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chiruteh, ve'amlich malchuteh, v'chayachon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv, v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I want to sing too. Let's sing Ein Keloheinu, please, on 156. Let's do the version on 156. It's going to be hard to do the one on 159. 159. I was right the first time. Ein Keloheinu.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Emalkeinu, Mich Moshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu,
Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Everybody under 13, come on up, help me do this bread thing. We want to eat some of that birthday stuff going on, the anniversary stuff. It's special Oneg Shabbat. Hold on to this. Come on, Bria. Come on, girl. What were you doing all the way back there? You coming all the way down? Are you going to do this? Maybe, maybe not. All right, up to you. Ready? Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread.
Our voices rise in song together
as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. I got this, you take that. Got it. Please rise for the closing benediction. Yum, yum. You could give it out. Go ahead. You want to wait? Wait. Good idea. Thank you for coming to celebrate today. Shabbat wouldn't be the same without you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you, and may God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom.